Hi everyone, it is me, Sammy, and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I had a lot of requests for you guys for me to do a reaction to the new Bollywood movie releasing on the 14th of February, and that is Gully Boy. Now, according to IMDb, Gully Boy is a coming-of-age story based on the lives of street rappers in Mumbai. The film is directed by Zoya Akhtar, and it stars Alia Bhatt, Ranveer Singh and many others. I dug a little bit deeper, did a little bit of research just to see what the sort of like background of the story was. I know it's a fictional story, but there's always something a little bit deeper, so like a story behind the story, if you will, and it turns out there is. I did a little bit of digging and I found out that the director, Zoya Akhtar, actually sort of did like a adaptation of the lives of two MCs in India. One is called Nizi, I think that's how you say it, sorry if it's not, Nizi and Divine. She took the stories of the lives of these two kind of rappers and sort of adapted it into this romantic musical drama, which is Gully Boy. And then obviously once I heard that, I did a bit more research into the lives of these two MCs, and I couldn't really find anything online about Nizi. I heard I could find some of his songs, but I couldn't really find any sort of background information to his life or anything like that. I found a little bit about Divine, which I'll go into in a minute. But before we talk a little bit more about Divine, I won't go into crazy detail, but before we go into a bit more detail about him, I just wanted to say about the soundtrack for the movie. Now, the soundtrack was composed and performed by a whole range of Indian musicians, MCs and producers. Nizi and Divine were two of those. I think Divine wrote 5 of the songs from the track, so that was actually really nice to know that they were like the behind the scenes sort of like a little bit of what the story's based on, and they were actually a part of it as well and actually brought their music and everything into it as well. So I found that really, really interesting. And a little bit more about, sorry, I've got it all on my notes so I didn't forget anything or get anything wrong. I didn't want to make any mistakes. So yeah, just a little bit about Divine, the rapper, and that is of course his stage name. His real name is Vivian Fernandez, and he's a Indian rapper from Mumbai, and his songs tend to depict sort of like the life of the underprivileged. So that'll be quite interesting to see that played out in the movie. And yeah, there's not a lot else really to say apart from let's dive in, let's react to this trailer and get my thoughts afterwards.
Go back to your gully. इसको रैप बोलते हैं। ये देख मेरी गाड़ी, मेरे जूते, ये देख दारू, छोकरी। सफीना, तुम्हें कुकिंग आती है? नहीं, लेकिन अगर सब कुछ सही रहा, एक दिन मैं आपका लिवर ट्रांसप्लांट कर सकती हूँ। हाँ मेरा भाई, ये तो रोटो की सरकार है ना, मुझसे बनाते अपने बेटों को ये स्टार। मेरे बॉयफ्रेंड से गुलू गुलू करेगी तो भोगतोगी ना उसको। चल, बहुत बड़ी गुंडी है तू। अच्छा छोड़ ना, सॉरी, फिर से नहीं होगा ऐसा। ना मेरी कसम। मर जाएगा तू। अकेला इंसान अपनी गाड़ी तेरी चार क्यों? घर में है चार अपने रूम्स तेरे 8 क्यों? बड़ी उड़ान अगर सपने में दिख जाए तो उसीलिए ट्राई करने का ना। कुछ जो करने का तो कर। बोलो आसादी, बोलो आसादी। तेरा मुँह भी ड्राइवर है, नौकर का बेटा नौकर बनेगा, ये फितरत है। बोलो आसादी, बोलो आसादी। कितना पैसा झोंक रहा हूँ मैं पढ़ाई में। ये पढ़ाई कर रहा है, ये रंगापा कर रहा है। अगली बार अगर देख लिया मैंने, समझ लेना अपना टाइम आएगा। अपना टाइम आएगा। जितने भी चीरफाड़ आर्टिस्ट हुए ना आज तक, सबके फक्कर। हालत ऐसी ही, जो मिलेगा नोच खाएंगे। बीट चुरा के फिर उसी भूख की कहानी बना के बोले, फिर जाके कुछ उखाड़े। उठ जा अपनी राख से दूर जा तलाश में, परवाज़ परवाने की आसमां भी सर। बस ये तेरे अंदर की सच्ची कहानी, अंदर का लावा फट के दूसरा मेरे को बताएगा मैं कौन है क्योंकि अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर सलाम ठोक सर झुका तू दुम दबा चल रास्ता नाप ले कपड़े सिलाए ले खुद के दम पे नहीं लिए मैंने अपने बाप से अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा
First thing I have to say is that beat of that song is like locked in my brain now. This soundtrack I think is gonna be epic. Like I actually love this kind of music. I feel like this has sort of a to compare it to sort of like Hollywood in a way, it's sort of got that 8 Mile by Eminem, like his movie about his like coming from the bottom and sort of getting to where he was in that sort of MC kind of situation. It's got that kind of feel about it. I'm quite excited to see how sort of the love story and stuff comes into it as well, because obviously there's like love interests there. I think the saying that was on there, his words will set him free, I think that's quite a powerful statement, and I think it not only refers to sort of like him singing and stuff will like set his feelings and stuff free, it will set him free from like being controlled by his father. It seems like his father's quite controlling in like what kind of path he wants him to go down, and obviously it's gonna set him free from that. I think when the other actor talks to him about how other people made it big, like they would go hungry, they would starve, and then that's when they turned that into their stories, they put that into their lyrics, and then that was when they became big. That was the gist that I got from it, and that would also be telling of like his words will set him free. Like if he turned that story into like his underprivileged story into his lyrics, then that would set him free from the like that would get him the money, that would set him free from his sort of like current situation. I think this, like obviously I haven't seen the movie, but I feel like this story is gonna have like an undercurrent of like expectations as well, from parents especially, and especially it was when Alia Bhatt, her character was talking to the lady, I don't know who the lady was, in relation to her, but she was saying like, oh, can you cook and things like that, and she was like, well, if all goes well I'm gonna be a doctor one day, so I'll transplant your liver. I thought that was quite funny, like that was, and her face was so like serious as well, so I thought that was quite an amusing point, like her sarcasm and her humour was quite apparent there, and it was quite well done with like the serious look on her face. But obviously females expected to cook and stuff, so she's sort of gonna be the one that's, no, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna like go against all expectations of me. And obviously Ranveer Singh's character in this, I don't actually know their names of the characters, but Ranveer Singh's character in this is obviously expected to do a lot more by his father, and his father's paid a lot for his education, so he doesn't want him to just be like a rapper or an MC, but obviously that's what he obviously has such a passion for, so it'll be interesting to see how the role of like expectations and what the parents and everything expect of the children, or of the young adults should I say, and what they expect from them and what they actually want to do and what they actually want to achieve. So I feel like that's going to be an undercurrent in the movie as well. And again, her humour comes up again when it says about like, swear on me, and she's like, yeah, but you'll die. So again, with a really serious face. So I have like a very strong feeling that's how her humour is going to be throughout the movie, so I would really look forward to watching that. That would make me laugh so much. And yeah, going back to like him saying like his time will come, and that being such a big thing as well, like I hope he is successful at the end of this movie, because it would be really sad if he doesn't. Soundtrack sounds like it's gonna be insane. I'm actually so excited to actually see the soundtrack release. And yeah, this movie is releasing on the 14th of February. I'm actually super excited. I would love to see this movie, to be fair. Like, it's right up my street. Like I said, like I watched 8 Mile and Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50 Cent story, like the Hollywood movies about MCs and how they started and how they grew up and how they got to where they were. And it seems like a similar sort of story to this, where they start sort of like underprivileged and then they sort of like use that as fuel and fire in their lyrics and in their songs and in their words and stuff to get massive. Like that passion and that desire comes through in their words when they come from that kind of background. So yeah, I think it's going to be like a similar kind of story to that. Really excited for the soundtrack, really excited, and like I said, like the humour in it I think is going to be spot on, especially from Alia Bhatt. Like her sarcasm and like her serious humour is something that I'm going to be really looking forward to in this movie. So that was my reaction to Gully Boy, the trailer. If you enjoyed it, then please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel down below, and also pop over to my social medias and go and follow me over there. All the links are down in the description. My Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, it's all down there. And don't forget to leave a comment down below, guys. If you'd like me to react to anything, just drop it down below and I will be sure to get on it as soon as possible. I have a big long list that I'm slowly working my way through. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.